Hi EDU 279. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I wanted to come on and just do a quick video overview of this week. One thing that you're going to be talking about this week is learning about is phonological awareness. And people often get phonological awareness, phonemic awareness, and phonics kind of all mixed up and intertwined into one. So one tip that I want to give you starting out is when you're in the classroom and observing for phonological awareness, something that's going to help you keep it straight is that phonological awareness can be done in the dark. That means children don't have to see letters, associate a letter with a sound in phonological awareness. Phonological awareness is all about listening skills. So one example of a phonological awareness skills is counting the words in a sentence. It can all be done verbally. I see a cat. So you might see a teacher saying, how many words do you hear in the sentence, I see a cat? And the children would say, I see a cat. 4 words in that sentence. They're not necessarily looking at the sentence written. They're not trying to read the sentence. They're trying to hear different parts of what is being spoken. Okay, so let's look at one of the visuals in our course today that I think will help you with this. This is a pretty simple visual, but it does give you a good example of what phonological awareness is. And the skills really build upon each other. So the larger umbrella here that you see is phonological awareness, and these are all the skill sets that are part of phonological awareness. I gave you the example of words and sentences, so that is kind of a bigger unit of chunking words and sounds. Then the next would be syllables, being able to count the syllables in words, like my name is Carla. So if I wanted to count the syllables in Carla, one thing you might see is Carla. How many syllables do you hear in Carla? Carla. 2 syllables in Carla. So you can see a word is a bigger unit of sounds that are put together. The syllable is broken down a little more. Then we have onset and rhyme, rhyme and alliteration, and then you move on to phonemic awareness skills, and I'm pointing with my finger as if you can see what I'm talking about. So phonemic awareness is under the umbrella of phonological awareness, but it is really about isolating the individual sounds in speech. So cat, how many sounds do we hear in the word cat? K, a, t. 3 sounds in cat. So from breaking apart words in a sentence to syllables to onset and rhyme, all the way down to isolating specific sounds in words. And those skills build upon each other, and you're going to learn a lot more details about that. But the biggest thing that I want you to remember is the difference between phonological awareness and phonics that we're going to talk about later. Is phonological awareness is not about connecting a sound a letter makes to what that letter looks like. It is all about understanding that you can break apart the sounds in speech. It's not a connection to print at this point in time. Okay, now that we've covered that quick overview, let's just take a look at what you have going on in class today or this week. Of course, you're going to, as always, go through the resources that are here in loaded in Moodle for you. You are going to read the chapter in your textbook. You read about emergent literacy last week, and phonological awareness is connected to that, so you might want to go back to your chapter about emergent literacy and review the information about phonological awareness there, because you are going to be going out into a classroom and observing, and you want to be able to notice those things. Other thing that you're doing, here is a quick video that shows some of those phonological awareness skills that I just kind of very simplistically demonstrated for you a little bit. You'll see this person that makes these videos over and over in our class. She has some really great ideas and she explains things very clearly. So please take a look at that. You're also going to be completing the phonological awareness course module and writing a reflection on that. It could take a while to complete this. There are embedded videos and resources to read, so you want to take some time to do that. This is really going to help you understand those phonological awareness skills that you should be observing. And here is your assignment for completing and reflecting on what you learned from the phonological awareness course module. This is a great resource. It tells you, it takes you directly to, well, I'll just click on it and we'll look at it together. It gives you all kinds of activities from the Florida Center for Reading Research related to phonological awareness. You can see you can tap through different skills, so we'll be looking at this again, but we're on the phonological awareness tab. You can tap on these different activities for ideas of phonological awareness activities, and you'll see that phonological awareness is linked for kindergarten and first grade, but because phonemic awareness is more about the individual sounds, it's a more advanced skill, so they have more activities related to phonemic awareness, which is a subset of phonological awareness, linked here for second and third grade. You are going to be observing in a classroom and doing your reflection. A few things about your journals. You guys are kind of really catching on to this. I want to be sure everybody hears this message and understands. I do try to provide it in the instructions. Your journal is in an essay style format. You want to have a clear introduction to your journal, a body, and a conclusion. The guiding questions are here for you to think through what you want to write about, plan for it, and reflect on what you've observed. What I'm always looking for in your journal reflections is evidence of what you observed in the classroom, connections to what you saw happening in the classroom, and what you read about and learned about in the module this week, and what that means for you as a teacher. Full circle reflection. Reflection on what you see, what you've learned, how it all connects, and then what that means for you as a teacher and how you will use what you've learned this week as a classroom teacher. Always make those connections, but the meat of what you want to reflect on is what it matters. What did you learn and how are you going to use it? Okay, that's the purpose of reflection, is to be able to think about what we've experienced or seen or learned and how it will impact future practice. And then, of course, you have a Check for Understanding quiz this week. I hope you're enjoying your classroom observations. If you have any questions about that, I've tried to help you along the way, making sure you're in line, but everybody should be observing in classrooms. At this point, I did provide a video last week. I do not have one this week for phonological awareness. You need to be observing in a kindergarten, first grade classroom for those skills. You might be able to see some phonemic awareness in a second or third grade classroom. But the most important thing that will help you be successful with this is let the teacher that you're observing, the principal that you're contacting, know what you need to see so they can tell you where to go and what time and date you can plan for that. I'm here. I'm sorry this video is a little longer than usual, but I'm here if you need any help. So please reach out if you need anything.